First starting off as a casual sharing website for eBay auctions and home videos in 2005, YouTube was then transformed to be the site that contained original content and used in conjunction of other online activities. And YouTube then attracted a large amount of online traffic for its content ever since its creation in 2005. Based on the data gathered in 2017, YouTube was recorded to be the most used online platform for screen content. With such immense amount of content consumption, it naturally attracts advertisers. As a result, YouTube creates an unprecedented opportunity for content creators to establish an audience base and a career on YouTube. There are numerous advantages of utilizing YouTube as a platform for digital content as upcoming filmmakers. Perhaps the most apparent one is enabling the content to be shown to a much wider audiences. It is stated that it can be challenging for aspiring filmmakers without a strong portfolio to screen their films in the cinema. However, YouTube solves this particular issue by allowing the content creators to becoming the distributors simply by sharing their films on the platform. Consequently, YouTube also allows content creators to continuously refine their skills and increases online exposures. With its huge viewer base and subsequent feedback, content creators are given the opportunity to unleash their creative freedom in hope of receiving responses from the supporters, thus making it better at what they do in the future.
While there are many positive aspects of having a YouTube channel, there are many negatives too. The film industry is largely a gig economy. YouTube is a full-time job. While a YouTuber might have an agent or some contacts, they are essentially their own boss. However, they are at the whim of the algorithm, the audience, and the advertisers. The algorithm, as it's called in the community, determines what videos gets monetized, demonetized, and then recommended to audience members.
Am I demonetized or am I a lemon Skittle?
YouTube is constantly changing the algorithm without notice. That means if a video does really well one week, there is no guarantee that a similar video will do well the next.
Thing called demonetization that I am terrified of.
In 2017, traditional media ran an article about an advertisement from Coca-Cola that ran in front of a terrorist propaganda video. As a result, many large conglomerates pulled all their advertising from YouTube. This is known as the adpocalypse. Many YouTube channels reported at this time that their ads went from full to only a third of what they were last week.
Everybody's pulling their ads again.
Ever since the algorithm has changed, so the ads do not run on videos that include swearing, showing too much skin, or adult themes. Special effects artists know that their videos aren't going to be monetized anymore. Content creators that want to deal with even slightly controversial topics know that they probably won't make any money off that video. Also, the algorithm in recent years has been pushing for longer form content so that YouTube can make more money out of the mid-roll ads. This push often forces content creators to make low production value videos. This in turn means that they cannot go to Netflix or HBO or any other.
So viable strategies that you can have as a filmmaker on YouTube to try and get your content up and running is making sure that you are releasing your content on a regular basis. That way you've got all your viewers will not decline very quickly over time. You'll keep that interest on your site all the time and you'll get more and more views on some of your older content that you've already released as well as your new stuff. Also making sure that with your titles and your descriptions, they're really catchy and they're specific. With your title, it has to be less than 50 characters or it'll go too far and people will just scroll straight past because they don't know what they're trying to watch. Another important thing for making sure you're getting more and more viewers is trying to make sure that you are embedding your URL or embedding all of your videos on Facebook pages, on video blogs, and any other social content area that you can. Let's draw them all back to YouTube and that will be the most viable success that you will have. So we have two success stories to talk about with Australia, in particular with the YouTube platform. First one being McCarthy and McLennan, and they were the founders of The Catering Show. So they launched it with their web series, and as Screen Australia says, you're able to have typical risk-taking out on the YouTube and web series platforms that you wouldn't otherwise be able to on a broadcast network. They went out there, they've gone and done a bit of a takeoff from all of the cooking shows of the time, and they've been really successful. ABC iView then has picked them up. They've also got funding from Screen Australia and also funding from Film Victoria as well. So that's a great story. They've now launched into a second series which was funded, and now they are moving into a brand new show called Get Cracking, which has already had 2 series as well. Another great success story with over millions of views on their YouTube episodes is the Super Wogs. So you have the Saden brothers, you've got Theo and Nathan, who started off doing a few comedic sketches and taking off their mum in really politically incorrect fashion, and that has been picked up by the ABC. Now it's really different. Theirs gets aired onto the YouTube platform 2 days before it actually goes up onto the ABC Comedy Channel and then up on iView. So they're really launching off YouTube, interacting with all of their viewers, and subscribing, getting more views, and they've got a massive fan base. So in our presentation, we've looked at viable strategies, success stories, also the pros and cons of YouTube. So we as filmmakers now have a great idea and some strategies ourselves to go out there and make an impression on the YouTube community.